Chapter 852, Them Gamma Boys. Hello everyone and welcome to a special live RadCon 2 podcast with me, Captain of the Starship, whatever the fuck our boat's called.
The big old dick.
The big old hippo dick. And here is Hippocrit, as
Yes,
always.
I'm still in the 19th century. No, 17th, I don't know.
You're in the old days, I'm in the future days.
That's not the theme of the video, but that's how it is.
That's correct.
And I've got with me my future technology.
Oh, wow.
So I can see the whole chapter on a phone.
Oh, my God.
Whatever a phone is.
So why don't you tell us what number and name of the chapter we've got here?
This chapter is 852, the Germa Failure.
Oh.
And it's
How
got
foreboding.
a picture of a Robin being an artist. It was very nice.
Quick shout out to this opening page, which is Robin looking her best in a long time. She's looking real cute. She's got art hat going on. I love her. I want to marry that woman.
Yes.
Okay, let's get right into it.
So, we have... Oh yes, so this is the chapter where Reiju has just been mind-wiped by Pudding. And now we see that she is coming back
Sorry,
to
let's
life.
pause there. I'm going to tell him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, tell her to shut the fuck up.
I am Digibro!
Alright, this chapter is chapter 852, something or other thing.
Germa failure.
Germa Failure. And we immediately come back to Reiju after her mind wiping by Pudding with her new power that we learned about.
The Memo no Mi, which is a really cool film effect that I like.
Yeah, and she's waking up after in the infirmary, and we get Sanji coming in. And obviously, since he heard the conversation last time, he's going to tell her what happened.
You know,
this is the main part of the chapter.
Makes me wonder a little bit narratively, like why Oda had Pudding wipe Reiju's memory, because she immediately finds out again everything she just forgot because Sanji told her. And I understand that Sanji, like that was to display her power so that we know what her power is. Narratively, it makes sense. It just feels a little... This isn't even a criticism. This is a bullshit criticism. It's funny to me that she immediately gets her memory wiped and then immediately finds out everything she just forgot.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, I guess the point is that it's supposed to be like she didn't know Sanji was watching, and since Sanji was watching, it's.
That's right.
But now he knows her power, which is like it's the opposite. You know, he's gained information. The good guys have gained information instead of and. It's there's the creaking of our ship there.
Everyone's really treating Pudding as if she's definitely evil, though. This chapter makes no attempt to cast her in a favorable light at all.
Yeah, I can't remember what we were saying last time about our theories regarding Pudding. I think generally it feels like it's just going to be played legit. I'm not sure whether
It is feeling more that way.
Like it's just she's evil. She's just doing stuff. But
Oda likes to surprise us, though, so we'll see.
Yeah, we will see about that. I'm not too enthusiastic about this whole like she immediately finds, the thing after. So this.
God damn it! Our boat is too fucking creaky. Shut the hell up!
Yeah, we are on the boat. It's just sort of
Our starship is made of wood.
Our starship is made of wood and anime posters and a guitar in the background. But whatever. Sometimes when you're a pirate, you don't have enough of the ocean in the background, such as right now. But anyway, we get immediately switch back to the prisoner's library, where Luffy and Nami are being freed by Jinbe from the book. And it's interesting, the book the only way to get out is to literally burn everyone inside the book.
Everyone's on fire!
Everyone is on fire.
Including Nami and Luffy. It's fucking rad.
And he just has a bucket of water and he sprays it on them.
Yup. I like that, though. Makes sense. Makes sense. I like these kind of goofy devil fruit weaknesses they have.
There was a comment Nami said, like, I get the feeling we've been through something like this before. I'm not sure what she's referring to.
Oh, I know what she's referring to. She's definitely referring to the incident on Little Garden where they were trapped and Zoro was going to cut off his fucking legs and they were saved by fire in the almost the exact same situation as
it
here.
was fire,
so everything that I mentioned
melted.
about the Mr. 3 situation with the candle thing that was going to kill him, exactly the same situation. And Nami said it, which I thought was cool.
That was very cool. Mm-hmm. So now Jinbe's here and he's all laughing like, haha, I'm a fucking enemy now. We got, I cut my ties. It's all over. Big Mom's gonna kill me, but that's okay. I like you guys more.
Yep. And still appears to. We know that he lost something. We just still don't know what. Probably just a whole bunch of lives off his, or years off his life.
A whole bunch of lives off his video game.
If he was a cat man, he would have lost.
If he was playing video games, he needs to get some more one-ups.
But, this really makes me think more and more. We're going to get to the end of this arc, and the big thing is going to be Jinbe gave up all the years of his life, and he's going to die right at the end. And then it's going to be like, no!
He doesn't look that old. I don't think he's going to die of old age.
I don't know if necessarily Big Mom stealing years off your life makes you look older. The son that she took like 50 years from at the beginning of the arc, he didn't look any different. So, I'm just telling, my personal hypothesis is that at the end of this arc, we're going to see Jinbe die of time removed from his life. But we'll see. Maybe he'll be about to die and Big Mom will be like, no, you're a good boy. Take your life back. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure whether that's going to happen, but I know you hope that he dies because fuck him.
I just don't think he's interesting enough to be a crew member, but we'll see. Right. Big things are going to happen with Jinbe this arc. So
definitely,
we'll know.
Yeah.
We'll know.
So then we get Luffy doing a good old remembering that is promised to Sanji that he would only eat something that Sanji cooks for him, and even though he's fucking dying of hunger, he's like, no, fuck food, I'm just gonna fucking kill everyone.
This is the beginning of the payoff to the whole I'm not gonna eat until you make me food thing, until Sanji makes him food so he has to get Sanji back. So, my initial thoughts when that happened were that, like, how much time is really going to pass? And is this going to be bullshit? And it's now been, I believe, about 2 days or so.
Has it been 2 days since he got captured?
It might have just been 1 day since that happened. And I think that's true.
It's just been, like, 1 night and 1 day. It's the beginning of the next day. I think it's not been that long.
He had the whole fight. Something. Okay, so since he last ate, he had the whole giant fight with Biscuit, and he won. And that took 24 hours of fighting, and he was eating crackers the whole time. He was eating the biscuits or whatever that guy was making.
Before he met up with Sanji.
Right. I'm just painting the scene for the continuity of how recently Luffy has eaten. So he ate a whole bunch of biscuits when he was fighting that guy. And right after that fight, he met up with Sanji, and that's when he said, I'm not going to eat since then, and it's probably been about a day since then, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's been maybe 24 hours. Luffy's starting to get, like, debilitatingly hungry, which, like, we've seen Luffy and the gang starve on the boat for, like, days, and he wasn't dead. So this is straining things a little bit, but he did have a giant fight, so I don't know. We'll see. It depends on how Oda handles it.
Yeah, and then Luffy just rushes off up the stairs, away from Jinbe and Nami, into a bunch of other guys.
Oh, by the way, Nami got burned and she was covering her tits and was looking real sexual.
Oh, shit. Let me go zoom in on that.
Yeah, zoom in on that shit, my dude.
I'm going.
She's all like, ew, because her bra's falling off and she's being sexual.
Zoom. Nice. Alright, then we're cutting back to Sanji and Reiju, and he's telling her everything's fucked, and I thought I could save the world by giving up some things, and it's like, oh, I'm so pathetic, how could I have believed that this would be the way it would
He's basically expressing all the things that we talked about, like, there's no way this is going to work.
Yeah.
You're going to have problems no matter what, but he's realizing it now.
Yeah, and she's so...
But, and by the way, we were saying that, like, the whole thing about how Sanji can see the hearts of women. Like, that was really hardcore established in Dressrosa when he saw that Rebecca was a good guy, even though she was, like, murdering him at the time, at that moment. So the fact that he is seemingly just giving up on pudding, and I mean, his language is a little vague. He's not saying like, "Oh, Pudding's definitely evil." He's more like, "My plans would never have worked. Like, this isn't going to work out after all." So it's possible that Oda is constructing himself some loopholes here, but it definitely feels more like she's just evil. So
Yeah.
the vice is tightening every chapter as to whether or not it's possible for her to actually be good. But we'll see.
In this conversation, Reiju is talking about how she never liked the rest of her siblings and her father.
Yeah.
Or that she thinks that they all deserve death as well as her because
Yeah.
there was this odd thing about, she's like programmed, she can't disobey, which is not what I thought would have been like. Like I feel like they feel like humans, but they keep telling that they're like literally programmed to be exactly the way they are.
We find out some of the real lore as to what exactly the fuck these kids are and what makes them different from normal people. And they talk about like the amazing regenerative abilities that the other kids have, and Sanji they talk about like how the DNA manipulation has done various things. So Reiju is the older sister, right? And she was just already a couple years old when all her 4 quintuplet brothers were born. And she had already had experiments done on her, but they were different from the ones done on the younger sibling boys. And so with her, it seems that after being born, they just started to fuck with her DNA or something to make her to give her the same abilities as her older brothers, but she still had her emotions. So really, and that's the difference between Sanji and his brothers. They were born with these superpowers, and they were specifically, and possibly as a consequence of that, they had no emotions. It seems like they're linked. It's an all or nothing thing. Whereas Sanji was born with all the emotions. He's a real feel boy, which is why he's got so much love to give out to all the women of the world. Oh my god, that's deep. That's deep. But basically, we just find out that there were horrible things done to Sanji's mother when...
Yes, Sanji's mother really was against the whole, genetically modifying the children thing. The king boy just wants strong soldiers, and he wants to experiment on his kids, and she's like, "Fuck you."
He's a real sociopath.
And what did she do?
She specifically took Okay, so what he did to make the 4 younger boys was when they were in her womb, seemingly, they just fucked with their DNA. They gave her medicine that would make them the super soldier fuck up weird emotionless guys. She then took a medicine that was supposed to counteract that. And it did not work, but it caused her to be severely physically fucked up. So she's like, that's what caused her illness that later killed her on. Her attempt to reverse that process.
Well, it did work in that it stops...
It worked on Sanji. It did not work on the others. But it also killed her. And Sanji has a moment where he's
now,
like...
Yeah, he's like, oh, so it really was my fault. I killed her because my existence, my... Blah, blah. But then Reiju's like, no, you're a good boy. Don't beat yourself up about this. You're a good boy, and you're the best boy, and you shouldn't worry about not killing Mum because she was so happy that you were cool.
There's a couple real cute shots of her being like, "Oh, I love my son Sanji. He's a good old boy."
Did you hear what Sanji said to me today? He said, "I hope you get better." It's
He said, "Get well soon."
Get well soon.
And he made her a little bento box for lunch.
He's so cute.
He's really cute. He's great. I like Sanji. He's a good old boy.
There was one panel, I think, where the mum is shown to be kind of
crying,
she's
got the big arcing tears.
Yeah,
that's after when he came and said get well soon. God, imagine how shitty your life is that someone coming to say get well soon makes you that emotional. Yeah. This woman got fucked up by Judge. He is an evil man. He really needs to die. This is irredeemable. But then again, One Piece redeems people who are very irredeemable all the time. And by the way, I really loved the 2-panel span between Sanji being like, "Oh my god, it's my fault that my mom fucking died," and then Ray's like, "No, it's not," and he's like, "Oh yeah, okay, that's true, it wasn't."
Yeah, I like the fact that I mean, he's already been tortured so much, He
really
probably already knew that it shouldn't be his fault. He's come to terms with that before, and then it's just a little bit of extra, it was your fault, but no, it's not really. So yeah,
I'm glad that we didn't dwell on it too much.
Yeah. Oh, and then, after that scene, when he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm okay," we go back to Luffy, and he's strangling this giant guy.
Yeah.
And there's a bit where you can see the blood of his arms tearing is still spilling out. So he's still he's on the brink of real fucking serious injury.
And by the way, that tooth still missing.
Yeah, it's still missing tooth.
What are we up to, chapter like 9 or something with that?
I don't know.
I by the way, I've deduced what I think, now that this chapter introduced the whole, like, Luffy being like, oh, I'm so hungry, but I'm not going to eat. I'm not even that hungry. I'll just wait till Sanji gives me something.
Yeah.
I think that in that moment when he is fed by Sanji, through some means or another, he'll get the tooth back.
Yeah,
then.
it'll be like a comedy sort of like, yeah.
Think like a big shark tooth, just... Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. This arc has been Luffy getting seriously fucked up, and then is going to be healed by magic food that Sanji makes.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't spend any... There has been, like, almost no discussion about what Sanji actually gained in terms of cooking ability by doing... Like, his whole quest during the time skip was, like, the Okama have, like, 77 magic recipes that do something,
Oh, yeah.
and we've spent no time addressing what that actually meant. So maybe, like, when Luffy's all fucked up at the end of this arc, that'd be a good time to maybe talk about that a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
I think it's just sort of a vague, like, oh yeah, you got better at cooking as well as punching, not punching, kicking.
Yeah.
And flying through the sky.
Which was cool.
With it. Yeah, that was really good.
I like that a lot.
So yeah, that's not the end of the chapter, is it? No.
Not quite.
No, there's a little bit more, where we get the beginnings of what I like to call the map portion of any like big arc, where we finally get to see a big old map explaining where everybody is and where they're going and who's being chased by who with little faces, because it's in One Piece these parts of the thing get really all over the place, and I like those little maps to just tell us where everybody is, and to make sense of it all, so that when it all comes clashing together, it's really cool.
We're starting to reach the crescendo. Things are peaking. Luffy's free. Pudding is outed as evil, possibly, maybe, and Sanji is now on the warpath to fuck his wife. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, Luffy's going insane, torturing people by strangling them.
And he's like, "Where's Sanji? Where's
where the fuck is
Sanji?" He's trying to save Sanji like a good boy.
And then there's Brook and Big Mom are fighting, or I presume still.
Yeah.
There's the Pedro and
Tamago.
Baron Tamago fighting.
Oh, but oh my God! When we last saw Baron Tamago, he had been cut in fucking half, and an egg came out. He's probably fine though. Don't worry about it.
It just needs a little hard boiling.
That's true.
All right, what was this lady again? Like the sweet something or other. You know the girl with the huge amazing legs.
Oh, smoothie lady. I forget her name, but yeah, the one of the
Charlotte
three.
Smoothie. Was she wasn't a Big Mom person.
I'm bad. I forget her name, but she was one of Big Mom's 4 big lieutenant guys.
Yeah.
So she's doing something.
Like on the warpath as well. They're trying to contain all this shit happening, so the Big Mom's plans for the wedding don't get fucked up.
Yeah, I really liked that, how she's like, do you know? Like, all this shit's happening right now. Sanji's going crazy, and Luffy's escaping, and there's commotion everywhere. Jinbe's rebelling, and she's talking to like one little dude. She's like, do you know what Big Mom will do if her fucking tea party gets destroyed? And he is like, oh my God, we have to do whatever it takes to stop that. Big Mom is being built up as so intimidating. I want to see her fucking unleash. I want to see this whole world destroyed.
Big Mom will probably eat the entire castle.
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, this is sort of the end of the conversation with Reiju and Sanji. Mm-hmm. What were they deciding on? It was just sort of like stuff we already figured out. Like, Big Mom was looking for the science and the technology out of the German. She's, you know, it was a bad deal, and fucking deciding whether the Germa should be saved, even though
it's interesting how Reiju is just willing to die. She's like, whatever. Yeah, I'm a bad dude.
I'm a horrible bitch.
It sucks, man. It sucks. She's a good old girl.
Here's the thing I was thinking about.
Yeah.
The cufflinks, the arm bracelets, they're not even real. She switched them out, so all
that anger we had about what a bitch she was, turns out that was our bad.
A good boy.
She was a good old boy the whole time.
The thing that's weird though is like, I mean, she can't disobey, and that's the reason she should be killed, and then also completely disobeying by putting a different armband that won't explode on his arm.
Okay, there's some gray area, because we didn't see her like given an order to like put these specific things on him. You know?
I guess, but like it feels like weird. Like there's like this idea that she's programmed and she can't disobey, and yet she is. You know what?
That's a bullshitty kind of gray area. But I'm gonna give Oda a little leeway on it.
So Sanji's like finally been like pushed. Like, you can do it. Just be with the Straw Hats. They're the coolest guys ever. how are you gonna live with yourself if you die here like a bitch? And go with them, and Luffy's like, yeah, I'm screaming and stuff.
That's when we cut to the musical number of "You Ain't Never Had a Friend Like Me" by Luffy to Sanji.
Yes.
And that's it, right?
That's the chapter. Yep.
That's the end of the chapter. Any closing thoughts? I pretty much said everything I want to say about it, I think.
Yeah, it's basically like a bit of like the arm bracelet thing was a big thing,
That's emotionally important, yeah.
but everything else was just sort of what we already understood.
I'm feeling more emotion, more care for Reiju than I have up to this point.
Yes.
She's turning
I
out
hope
to be
she
a good
doesn't
person.
die. I hope at least she lives. If she dies, then it'll be pretty bad.
I'll be sad. I'll be sad if she dies.
I wouldn't even be sad if like all the Germa guys lived. I suppose it might be interesting if like the King Judge gets killed in some way, and then the brothers like help Sanji in some way. But
Yeah.
I don't expect that to happen. It would be cool, but it's sort of like they're totally evil.
They're totally evil. Maybe something will happen where they're like a little emotion will bloom at them at the end because Sanji shows them kindness at the end.
He gives them
I don't know.
a delicious meal.
There could be some bullshit like that at the end of the arc. I don't know. They can die. They can live. Whatever. I don't care. They're evil.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
I'm excited to see where this goes because this is ramping up. Everything's smashing together.
I want Sanji to beat him up though. Sanji has not gone full ham boy against his brothers yet. I want that to happen. I want him to beat the shit out of him and his dad.
All three of them at the same time.
That would be
amazing.
That'd be glorious. Please let it happen, Oda. Please let it happen.
All right.
I think we're done.
Yep.
Now, surprise announcement. We actually found One Piece, by the way, when we were out on the seas, and we've got it below deck. Let's just bring it up real quick. One Piece, would you join us out here, please? Okay, there you go. One Piece was a monster the whole time.
Yep.
Okay, we'll cut it that. Perfect. Okay. Can you save that until we're done?
I am One Piece! I was One Piece all along!
Okay, there you go.
my God.
One Piece was a monster the whole time. We had One Piece in our hearts the whole time.
I should kill you.
Perfect. Okay.
Let me die, father!
Moving on. What happened after that?
Yes. What happened after that? There's